Felix and Joy experience.
Hi
This is
everyone.
my yeah.
Yep. Go ahead. I'm
This is
JJ
my
Walsh, and this
I'm
is
I'm Felix Walsh, JJ Walsh's son. This is my first time on Haps. Yeah. Yatta.
very
Hats
exciting.
Haps. Yeah.
And today we are talking about your amazing trip that you guys just
Yes.
finished, right?
Yes, it was so amazing. We went all around Shikoku, Japan. 1,000 kilometers total. It was a long trip, good highs and pretty bad lows. But yeah, I think I came out pretty strong. Yeah.
Good
Gonna
experience. You
go.
glad you did it.
Yes, I'm very glad I did it. And I discovered my love for traveling and cycling along the way that I never knew existed. So that's always good. So, for the people who are watching right now, feel free to leave any comments or thoughts or questions and stick around and, eh, yeah, feel like you came along with me.
Awesome. How you feeling today? Because you guys just got back yesterday. How's your body
Yes.
feeling?
Um, I feel pretty tired in general, but no like super tense muscles or sore body. It just feel a bit like numb, not numb, a bit slow moving. But yeah, not too bad. Probably getting used to cycling every day and getting into that like rhythm of life. I've gotten through like the real big pains in your body and stuff. So that was interesting. Yeah. I thought it'll hurt a lot after this.
Yeah. So it was 1,000 kilometers and how many
Yes.
days?
12 days. Yes. 1,000 kilometers in 12 days.
And you have some maps. So you're going to show where Shikoku is.
Yes.
All right,
So
let's go. Take
Japan.
it away.
Okay. I'm sure many of you know this is Japan. And in the left half of Japan is where Shikoku is, where all these green dots are. That's where Shikoku is. Okay. And this is a blown up image of Shikoku. Just a second. Alright, so this is Shikoku. There's Hiroshima above where me and Joy are. And right below that is this big island called Shikoku.
So Shikoku,
And
for people who
yeah,
don't know Japanese, is basically 4 countries, is it?
yeah, yeah, directly translated, it's Shikoku, 4 countries.
Why? Do you know why? I have no idea.
I think because it's 4 prefectures, and before in Japan in the Edo period or before Japan was Japan, those 4 prefectures were different countries pretty much, battling it out and
Big ups
like
to Japanese public
mm.
education there. Yay. Good
Yeah,
job.
so Japan never used to be one whole country. It was at times, but it wasn't at first. So I think from that sense of history, of it being like pretty much 4 different countries in the same area, it it has become, or it got the name Shikoku, 4 countries.
And
Yeah.
your plan is to cycle around the whole of Japan. So this was kind of a training
Yes.
exercise, right?
Yes. Training exercise, and I did it with my dad. Uh, because he also loves cycling. He was training for Ironman races. So, yeah, he really loves cycling and wanted to get out with me as well on a part of the all around Japan trip. So, it was just right. And I've never really done this long of a cycling tour or trip before. So, yeah, it was good to do it with someone with experience. And that felt very, yeah, nice to do.
Yeah, and nice to support each other. You were talking about
Yes.
hitting some lows. When did the
Yep.
lows happen? What day was that? Like in the middle or?
Um, it was the first big low was in Kochi, the beginning of Kochi. So if you can see on the in the Shikoku map, on the right hand bottom of Shikoku, there's this big like check mark that looks kind of like a pizza slice. I call it the pizza slice of Shikoku, but
It's because you're hungry when you're cycling.
yeah, maybe.
Everything looks like food.
Yeah. So on the day where we went down the peninsula and back up on that pizza slice in Kochi, it was raining and it's by the coast, right? So it's super strong winds, like strong winds with the rain. Not a very nice situation to be cycling in, and it's super cold, right? Like it's not winter cold, but the winds are pretty cold as well. So yeah, that's hard. Plus, you're cycling 130 kilometers, probably over that we did in the end, in that rain when it's even hard in normal
So
weather.
hard. And then you don't
Yeah.
even have the good views to distract you from the pain, right?
No, but what's interesting was the views were still amazing in its own way. In the mist and in the rain, it still had this like very cool vibe to it. But yeah, definitely quite hard to keep yourself motivated during that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's see some photos. Can you take us through your trip?
All right. Definitely. So this is the start of the trip, still in Hiroshima, heading to the port in Ujina. This is my dad, and this is me
You
before I started this thing.
saw a lot of your dad's back for this trip.
Yeah.
Like you before you started. Look how
Yeah.
different you look. You think you
This
lost
is
weight?
in Ujina. I think I did. Wait,
You look
let's do a
different now.
comparison.
Look, your face is thinner.
I think I lost a bit of weight. And thank you for for subscribing. Yeah.
Hey, good job, Buck.
And yeah. That was me before I started. This is at the port going to Matsuyama.
I
That's
don't
where we started
I don't
off.
see it on screen
Oh,
now. Okay, let's
yeah.
click it. There we go.
Yeah. Oh,
You clicked it.
I clicked it as well.
That's right. It's your first live stream. It's
Yeah.
always a bit tricky. Okay,
Okay.
so that's
So
the
this is
Matsuyama
the
ferry.
yeah. It's the ferry port going to Matsuyama. My dad looks very happy.
About to
We were all
start.
motivated. Yeah,
Yeah.
excited to start, get over there.
About how
It was
much does it
good.
cost to get the ferry? Do you know?
It cost 9,000 yen for the two of us.
One
So
way.
to get one bike on the ferry, it costs 4,000 yen about one way, yeah. And
So 40
to
bucks.
get, yeah, 40 bucks. For one person, it's about $4, 400 yen.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow. Not bad
it's
for
super
just
cheap.
passengers. Yeah. All
Or,
right.
yeah. But yeah,
And
it was around that much, I think.
and you had to carry everything, right? You got tents and sleeping
Yes.
bags and
Yes,
everything.
yes. So if you look at this photo, you have a bag under your saddle, a front bag in front of your handlebars, and the frame bag above the water bottle. And we both carried different stuff. But at least compared to the outward bound experience that I did, how many years ago? Like 2 years ago?
Yeah. 3.
Yeah, 2 years ago, we had to hold all our food as well. So compared to that, it's much lighter and it was much more enjoyable
And we
with
tried
lighter
to get
packing.
you panniers to put on the
Yeah.
rack, but it didn't
Mhm.
come in time. So
It
that's
didn't, yeah.
amazing you guys survived without it. Good job.
Yeah. I think because it was a short trip, it worked out all right. Yeah, without panniers.
All right.
And this is on the ferry heading to Matsuyama. It's a 3-hour trip on the ferry to Matsuyama, which is where we started off in Shikoku. I wonder if this will show. Yeah, so this is the Shikoku map. Matsuyama is just around the top of Shikoku.
Oh, we have a good question from Facebook. I can't see the name of the user, but it says Facebook user. How many extra kilos were you lugging?
Extra kilos.
Do you know how heavy your bike is? Good
So
question.
I don't know, but on the outward bound trip with everything with food plus clothes, it was like 40 kilos. So it was much lighter than that. Maybe I'd say around 20 kilos.
Wow.
Yeah, I think so. With
It's
clothes.
Thanks, Ante.
Oh, Ante. How are you doing?
That's awesome. Yeah, so it's hard. I don't think you guys weighed the bikes, but that would have been an
No.
interesting
Yeah,
experience.
we didn't weigh it, but yeah, I think around 15 to 20 kilos. Yeah.
Ante is a motorbike rider, so he understands
Mm,
traveling light.
yeah. And we tried to travel the lightest we could because we don't want to carry any weight that we don't have to be carrying, right? So, yeah, just had the bare minimum, one set of clothes for cycling all day and one set of clothes for sleeping.
That's crazy. Whereas if it was me, I would be like, "Can I fit a pillow? I think I really need a pillow."
Like a big pillow, right?
That would take
Yeah,
up
that
the
would
whole
get
room.
gross. Yeah, that would get gross really quickly. Like take up one bag as well. Not good.
Too big.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys survived and you were warm enough? You said you were cold a lot.
Yeah, it was pretty cold. It was colder than I thought it would be. Like, I thought it would be quite warm, even at night, because it's spring still in Japan, or spring now in Japan. But yeah, the nights were pretty cold, and when you don't notice it when you're living in houses, but when you're outside, all the wind is constantly hitting you. Um, yeah, you're outside.
Right.
So, yeah,
But
it
no
is colder.
frostbite, and you did get to sleep. You didn't, well, you could have
Yeah,
cuddled your
yeah,
dad for warmth, I guess.
yeah. All day we're cycling, so we're super tired, right? So
Yeah.
we got to bed really easily. Like once everything's set up, we ate, had brushed our teeth. Once you get in the
Sleeping
sleeping
bag.
bag, cuddle up, probably like 5 minutes you're asleep. Yeah.
That's a nice feeling, though, isn't it? Just to pass out. And then when you
Yes.
woke up, were you like super stiff and super starving?
When I woke up, I usually just thought I wanted to sleep more, like sleeping, wake up. Oh, I'm gonna go back to sleep. So it wasn't like uncomfortable because I felt like I could go back to sleep after waking up. If it's like super uncomfortable and like miserable, you wouldn't be in that sleeping bag after you wake up, right? So it wasn't too bad. And again, comparing it to the Outward Bound course, we just had these uh like 3 mats, I think, that were like this thin,
Little
and we used
mattresses,
we
right?
used air mats. Yeah, air mattresses, which was really nice. That was
It
luxury for me.
helps to keep the cold off of your body, right?
Yeah,
Even that little bit of
definitely.
air.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was
So
crazy.
was it the first day when you arrived by ferry? Did you go 100 Ks for that first day or?
No, the first day. So what we did, Shikoku, the 4 countries, has a website, or there's an organization that is promoting the trip all around Shikoku, doing the whole loop. So they have a website, and we followed their route. If you type in Google all around Shikoku or Shikoku Ishu, it'll come up. But we followed their 11-day route, and yeah, the first day was like 60 kilometers. Next day 70, and then third day 80. So it like ramped up pretty nicely. Got us warmed up.
Hi, Louise. Louise Puppy's joining from Auckland. Thank you, Louise. Nice to see you.
Hello, Louise. Nice to meet you. Okay.
Right.
So yeah, we're on the ferry.
On the ferry.
We're on the ferry going to Matsuyama, 3 hours. Right? It was super good weather the first day. Like blue skies, nice and warm. Oh, hello. Did you guys camp the whole trip? No, actually, I wanted to, but we actually booked some hotels, very cheap hotels, like $50 a night for the two of us. And for some days, because it rained pretty hard and we got soaking wet for, I think, 3 days. Yeah. So for those days, my dad decided to book hotels, get in warm showers. And I think it was a good idea, thinking of it now. I think camping would have made us very cold and probably even a chance of getting sick. So yeah, good call on Daddy.
Very sensible.
Yes.
Sensible call. That's really beautiful there. Is that on the ferry?
Yeah. This is from the ferry looking at over at the islands. Yeah.
And you said a 3-hour
very nice.
ferry, yeah?
3-hour ferry. Probably spent an hour outside looking at the views, taking photos.
Oh, awesome.
Like boats going by.
How many days of rain did you have? You did have a bit of rain, right?
Yes. I think it was 3 or 4 days of rain we had all throughout the trip. Yeah. So, but it was good because for my all-around Japan trip, it's inevitable for it to rain. And I'm thinking of going in June, rainy season. So it's not going to be fun when it rains, but
it would be great if you could stay just ahead of the rainy season. So as you pass by somewhere, then they start getting rainy season, but just stay just ahead of it. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'll work out maybe, but you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah. So that's your bike. And you did have some bike trouble, but you guys were lucky to find some repair shops along the way, right?
Yes. We actually, our tires exploded.
Crazy.
Like punctures, which I never knew this would be able to happen. Like it was crazy. So basically what happened, I think, what day was it? Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. The 5th day. Right? Yeah, the 5th day in Kochi. We got to Kochi, stayed in a hotel, got out. It was very good weather, very hot. And we went to the bike shop to get, my dad had clip-in cycling shoes, and one of his clips were getting super destroyed. So he went to get some new replacement clips, and they also had a pump there at the bike shop. So we decided to pump our bikes up just for good measure. And out of the blue, when we got to Kochi Castle, super hot, and parked our bikes. Okay, and then we were like locking our bikes, and the second we tried to go to the castle, have a look, and then along with a gust of wind, I'm like, what just happened? Oh, did a pipe go, or did something in the pond or the moat of the castle just burst, or what happened? And when I looked down, I was like, oh, it's my tire, an inner tube that went like, it just like blew up out of the view, out of the blue. Yeah. And we were like, oh.
To get it fixed at the bike shop, right?
Yes. And was even more funny and we have just gotten our lunch, and we were going to eat our lunch looking at a good view of the castle, and we just happened to find like a good shop that had lots of vegan stuff because we were doing this trip vegan, and my dad usually is vegetarian, but he tried to be vegan on this trip with me. And we were very happy about finding those vegan foods. And we were like, yes, we found vegan food. We're going to eat this in this wonderful weather. What an amazing day. And that was the day after cycling 130K in the rain.
Wow.
So we were hopeful. And my bike burst the front tire, so it wasn't too bad for me. It was just the inner tube and the tire that we had to replace. And we ate our lunch looking at the Kochi Castle. I think we have a photo.
Is it pretty castle?
Very pretty. Yeah, I liked it a lot. Let's jump to the fifth day then.
Yeah, you loved Kochi the best, right? So let's spend some time on your Kochi photos because it's very impressive.
Kagawa, Tokushima.
And you got a bit of sun, even though you're in a bit of rain. You guys both burnt your face a bit, eh?
Yeah. Yep. Tokushima.
Can you make the picture one bigger so we can...
yeah. I'm just looking for the pictures, so.
Okay.
Is that Tokushima? Yeah, that's Tokushima.
It looks like a rainy day. Oh no, it's pretty beach. What is that? Turtles.
Yeah, we found a turtle beach.
Nice.
These were big sea turtles at, where is it, Tokushima, called Shirahama Beach in Tokushima. This beautiful beach.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And no plastic garbage. It looks really clean.
No, it was super clean. Like, I was surprised. And I think it's because sea turtles lay their eggs at this beach, and the people they're really taking care of the sea turtles so they can reproduce and get out there safely. So I think somebody cleans up the beach every day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And I don't know if these turtles were captured or they were taken care of because they were sick. There were loads of sea turtles.
She heard you were talking about turtles. She wanted to see them.
Yeah. You like turtles? Yeah. So yeah, these turtles. Yeah, and there's a lot of them. This is in Tokushima, by the way. On our third day, maybe? Yeah. But getting back...
Do they release them back into the wild, or is that an aquarium?
I don't know. There wasn't it was a sea turtle museum that they have, which this is at the end of. I don't know what they do with these turtles because it wasn't open. But yeah, it was cool to see the turtles in action. But it was kind of sad to look at because it's quite a small area.
Yeah, but
and they had a
really beautiful. It's nice they're taking care of the beach.
Yes, they had a turtle phone box. Yeah.
Awesome. So
I got some good. Yeah, like that.
So funny. Oh, Japan. Oh, look at you peeking behind the turtle phone box. That's awesome.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was good. And getting back to Kochi.
Instagrammable.
Yes. Oh yeah, here we go. Rainy. Cold.
Oh yeah, rainy, cold.
So
okay. I remember Dad saying he was really disappointed because that was a really beautiful stretch that he'd been to before in good weather.
Yes.
So you'll have to go back again someday and enjoy it.
Yeah. It's a long stretch along the Pacific Ocean. And this is my first time looking at the Pacific Ocean in Japan. So, yeah, he was kind of let down by the weather not being good. But yeah, we entered Kochi City on the 4th day and camped at a beach. I think this was called Shirahama Beach in Kochi. And they had these like little panda things that I took photos on. So this was the beginning to the longest day, day 5, 130 kilometers. Yeah. And I have never cycled probably over 100 kilometers in my life. So this was the first time.
That's a big challenge, eh?
Yeah. So it started off pretty cloudy and it started spitting on us. Yeah. And then we get going. Pretty cloudy, misty, and it's raining at this point.
Did you sleep at night? Did you
Yeah,
sleep outside in the rain?
outside. Yeah, it wasn't raining when we got there. Yeah. And it just started to spit when we woke up. So we packed up super quickly and got going as soon as we could, but we couldn't really beat the rain. And right as we started, the rain started to come. And these were some views. A little Buddha thing, I think. Little statue. That was kind of cute. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And this is
Beach looks like, huh?
the coast while we're cycling along. This is what we're looking at, cycling along the coast of Kochi.
Well, it's really rocky. It would be
Yeah.
gorgeous in good weather, huh?
Yeah, very rocky. And what I liked most about this section was watching the waves crash into the rocks, these sharp rocks, and it was super satisfying. The waves just coming like. There's some great photos after. Yeah.
Okay, and then the next day, were you back in good weather the next day?
Um.
Oh wow, look at that cove. That's pretty.
Yeah, this is the coast. Coast. These were
Look at those rocks.
Big rocks.
It reminds me of Hawaii. It really looks like Hawaii.
Yeah, it really made me think of Hawaii and feel like I was in Hawaii. Where's a better
and
photo?
Why do you know why they do this in Japan? Why do they put the ropes and the between the rocks? It's kind of like a blessing, right? Like a shrine.
They call this rock the what was it? The fuiwa in Japanese, which means the fufu. What is fufu?
Like, husband and wife.
Yeah, the husband and wife rock. So I think maybe to show the connection, they put this rope there, or for sacred reasons. So yeah, this was cool. This was actually blocked off. You're not really supposed to go down there to look at it, but we couldn't stop ourselves and we went down there to look at this rock. And yeah, it was pretty cool. And what I mean by even in the rain, it has its own like touch, or like has its own parts that are good about it, is because if it's super sunny, it'll be a amazing view. But also, even when it's raining, when it's cloudy, it still like gives the place a mystical and mysterious feeling, which was kind of cool to be cycling through.
Nice.
Yeah, those rocks were cool. And this is where the video of me sitting in the rocks and it raining was taken.
And you looked pretty miserable, but you said it was good to overcome that kind of hurdle
Yeah.
mentally, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you look like you've recovered there.
Yeah. Here, like still here. Here's like probably 20, 30K in. Feeling pretty good still.
You got your power pose going.
Yeah.
Meditation pose. I like it. It looks so
And
wet and miserable.
super wet. This is my gear in the rain.
So your gear held up pretty good. Everything stayed
Yeah.
waterproof.
So basically, on the outside of the bag, I have the camping poles, my slippers, and my hat. And the saddlebag's totally waterproof, which I was very glad I got the super waterproof one, because in this bag I kept my sleeping clothes and the air mat and my sleeping bag. All the sleeping stuff went in here,
That's amazing
and
that you fit all of that.
yeah. Yeah, another thing on my outward bound course in Seattle, I learned how to pack things very well. Like using all the tiny crevices in bags and thinking about how you could put things in so you can actually fit everything in. That was definitely a good experience, and I was surprised at how well I could fit the stuff in. Yeah. So yeah, that was good to be able to fit everything in there.
That's good training.
Uh, Yeah, and the front bag isn't totally waterproof, so you put the this orange cover on it, and that worked pretty well. And in the front, we just have our gas burners, the stove, and I had a fleece in there. What else?
You think with this setup plus panniers, you
Mm,
should have more than enough space for your
yes,
Untitled Japan cycle trip?
yeah, because my dad, Paul, held the tent itself, and some of the food in his backpack. So if I had my panniers and the rack, I have more than enough space to fit the tent and extra stuff in.
Maybe even spare clothes if you're going to do it for 6 months. Holy cow.
Yeah, probably. And it's gonna be in summer, so probably having spares
Yeah.
or like of something is better. 2 sets of clothes maybe.
Having at least a few t-shirts to change into
Yeah.
between washing.
So how many K? Probably 40K in riding. We arrived to the school that has been changed into an aquarium. This was originally a junior high school that became a haiko, abandoned school, and they decided to change it into a aquarium. The Muroto Haiko Suidoku.
Wow.
The Muroto abandoned school aquarium.
Oh, so it has the fish and then it has the school shoes on the bottom. That's cute.
Yeah, I like this logo.
Yeah, that's really cute.
Yeah. And so you sign up in this like little hut place, and their coronavirus measures are all shown in fish and like aquarium style.
I love it. That's lovely.
Yeah. So keep in your own groups. Um, 一方通行, go the one way, and if you get in by 5:59 before 6, you're safe. You can look at everything. So they have these kinds of like old Japanese school stuff all around, like this human. What do you call this?
Anatomy, like
Yes.
for medical class,
Yeah.
medical study or something.
Yeah. Yeah. The anatomy of a human.
Ah, Louise gave you a
人体模型.
super heart. Thanks, Louise.
Hat. Beam. Louise Poppy just subscribed. Thank you, Louise, for subscribing. Yeah, thank you. And, you know, in Japan, the kids write calligraphy, and it's usually put on the back of the classrooms. And along with, like, the history of the fishing in the Muroto area. I just realized who you are, Felix. Nice. Yeah, I'm Joy's son. Frass from YouTube says, can't hear JJ well. Okay,
Did you
let's
turn me
bump
down?
JJ up.
Okay.
I didn't turn you up. Okay, I think this would be better. I just turned Joy up.
Okay, let me see. Is that better?
Yeah,
Thanks.
I think it's
Thanks for
better.
letting us know.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, you know, he knows his mom is loud. Turns his mom down. I like how all the kids in the school they're practicing their calligraphy for fish names. Saba, right?
No,
Cute.
there's no kids in
Oh,
the
no?
school though.
No, I know, but it looks like a kid's school,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. They make it feel like a
Yeah,
kid's
they
school.
really do.
Yeah, the ichinensei, the first graders.
How
Frass,
weird.
yes. Okay. Good. Okay, and in like the washing area, the hand washing, they made the like touchable aquarium. What do
Oh
you
yeah,
call
yeah,
this? Like the you can touch the shells and the
yeah.
little hermit crab. Yeah, which was cool. Like it
Yeah.
looks like a normal hallway.
JJ's son.
And
Hey, Felix. Yeah, that's right. Felix
yes,
talking about his
hello.
1,000-kilometer Shikoku cycle trip. Amazing.
Yes, it
We're in
was
a
so good.
weird renovated junior high school that's become an aquarium. It's awesome.
Yes, haikyo. Yes, haikyo. Yeah, it was super interesting. This is our 5th day in Shikoku in Kochi. It was super rainy and we traveled almost 130 kilometers this day. And this is around 40K in to our cycle. And this was, yeah, I think this sums up this place pretty much.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
Yeah,
So that's like a gymnastics, what is it called? Gymnastics horse?
the tobibako. The
Yeah.
tobibako in English, maybe the jumping box is the direct translation. Like the kids jump over this box.
Yeah.
And what do you call that? It's an Olympic
I know. I want to
thing
say
as well,
I
right?
want to say horse for some reason.
Horse jump?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Somebody
But,
out there knows. Somebody tell
yeah.
us.
Hello from Vancouver, Jivanath Sekaran. Hello. Thank you for watching from Vancouver, Canada.
You know, when you were doing Outward Bound in Seattle, Vancouver is really close to Seattle, just over the water.
Yes, we saw Canada from the mountains. Like the instructor was like, yeah, just over there is Canada. There's a border there, so we can't really go, but yeah, you can see Canada from here. Yeah, it was crazy.
So they have an aquarium inside of this jumping block thing.
Yeah,
Amazing.
I think they cut out like area of the box and just put it the aquarium
Vault.
of the
Louise got it. It's called a vault in English.
the vault. Thank you. Yeah, and from the other side, it's just the normal vault, the tobibako. So I didn't notice it. I just walked past it and I was like, "What? There's fish in there!" Like, yeah.
That's excellent.
Frass says, "Whoa, this reminds me of the school I taught in Miyagi." Yeah, it looks really like a normal Japanese school. Like this, another shot of it. There's some
Genkan where you have to change to your slippers, your indoor shoes, right?
yeah.
And then it's got loads of seafood. I want to say seafood. That's awful. Sea creatures.
Not for eating.
No.
But this area is very famous for fishing, though. this area of Kochi called Muroto is where who was it?
Turtles are gorgeous.
Yeah, where it's horrible, but the whaling industry really took off in Japan, and yeah, they do a lot of fishing there, and I think they still do a little bit of whaling, but I don't think the locals really eat much of whale anymore. But when you go around the city of Kochi, yeah, you do see a lot of shops advertising they have whale meat. But yeah, it really feels like something that the tourists do.
So we've got 20 minutes left. You're going to be able to get through the rest of your trip? Let's
Maybe.
move a
Yeah,
little faster,
quickly.
maybe.
Yeah.
Look at all the turtles swimming.
Yeah. I thought I smelled one of the cats pee, but I think it's somebody making something, right? Next door. Do you smell something?
No, you got
No?
hypersensitive smell there.
Okay.
Okay, so you were in the
So,
school, renovated into the aquarium.
yeah.
Lots of
So
beautiful pictures of fish. My goodness.
yeah. There's a big thing in the middle with turtles, lots of aquariums by the sides of these cool fish. I like these fish. The puffer
Oh,
fish.
you got an eel in there too. My goodness. Yeah, the puffer.
The
Wow.
little puffer fish.
Did you try to surprise it so it puffed up?
No, that's horrible.
No, makes him scared. It's nice of
Don't
you.
want to torture them. This
No,
is funny one as
they're
well.
already captive. But the
Yeah.
moray, is it a moray eel? They look like eels in Hawaii. That's
Yeah,
gorgeous.
they're eels.
Those.
All looking at the same way like.
Wow.
Yeah. It's all. I am 2 hours away from Seattle. Nice. Clever, Louis says. Turtles. Haha. Yes. It's very cool. And what was interesting, they also had a display of the new friends, garbage.
Oh no. Yeah.
Right?
That's
The
good
new friends of
education.
the ocean is garbage.
They call it friends.
Yeah. 新しい海の仲間たち. The new friends of our waters. Yeah. So they have a display of like the plastic bags that were found in like the stomachs of sharks and whales and like hooks caught onto the sharks. Yeah, which
That's
was very good.
Yeah, very
And they
good.
took up this whole section of the place, which was nice to see. And they have like, what are these, manta rays
Mm-hmm.
and other fish? And this area is very famous for taxidermy. Like when the fishermen went abroad, they usually brought back live or killed interesting animals and stuffed them for like a token, I guess. Like omiyage.
Wild.
Yeah.
Got some penguins in there. Walrus.
Mm. And yeah, it looks like just a normal science lab room. But if you look closer, they have like eggs of turtles, I think, and little bottled things of fish they are researching.
Wow. Wild.
And this is a suppon,
What's that?
which, yeah, kind of Japanese turtle, I think, suppon, which they sometimes use its blood in sake.
Poor guy.
And yeah.
They live longer than us, right? Don't turtles live more than 100 years? It's amazing.
I think so.
What an interesting place, Felix.
Yeah, very interesting. This is a hallway. Yeah, pretty
All right,
cool.
let's go back to the cycle route because we only got 15 minutes now.
Okay, yeah. So we went to the
cool
aquarium.
Yeah.
Yeah. And cycling. We go past this big sculpture of one of the important people of this area that went around building a lot of the temples for the 88 kasho, which is the 88 temples in Shikoku that the people called Ohendo, the pilgrimage for in Buddhist
Yep.
culture, right?
That's really popular for people to walk or cycle, right? The pilgrim route.
So that made it a lot easier, I think, for us to do the all around Japan, because people are pretty used to seeing people just passed out at like little rest places or people setting up tent in parks. So that was nice.
People were pretty relaxed about that for you guys.
Yeah. And this is Muroto Misaki, the tip of Shikoku, tip of the pizza.
The sharp point at the end.
Yeah, the sharp point there on the bottom right of Shikoku, the pointy one. This is where that is.
It's like furthest out to sea, it looks like, right?
Yeah, it's not the southernmost point, but it's one of the points that are very southern.
Out in the
This
Pacific.
is the view from.
Oh, gorgeous.
Yeah. So even the weather, it's super raining quite a lot. It stopped raining. It was like showers of rain, stopped raining, showers of rain, stopped raining. So it's kind of tiring more than it's just raining for the whole time. Yeah.
It's really impressive, though. It's quite a dramatic skyline there.
Yeah. Even in bad weather,
it
looks cool. So we tried to get like photos with the waves crashing into the rocks.
You did. Good job.
Yeah, there's a good one. Like this one.
Nice.
Yeah.
You got your heavy metal sign going.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a cool place. Muroto Misaki. And also doing like a little Yankee pose.
Crouch down.
Yeah. In front of the crashing.
Typical Japanese young person pose. A lot of young people in Japan do that one. I don't think I could do it. You got to be flexible.
So after that, after looking at the pretty cool rocks on the coast of this tip, we headed back up the peninsula and went by a cave which my dad recommended from his local knowledge from working in Kochi. And through this cave you see super beautiful place. And I think here was much more enjoyable in rain. Like it really brought out the green in the trees and the greenery around and made it feel very mystical, which was very cool. And when we walked up to the little waterfall, it was nice to see. Nice break from cycling in the rain. Yeah. Taking it all in.
That's a cool photo.
Yeah.
Is that bamboo all around you?
Yeah. Lots of bamboo, lots of trees. It's a very cool place.
Stand at attention.
And this, if you look at my hands, the gloves are like really gone.
Oh, wow.
Like these gloves used to have padding where it's open. And I think these were the gloves that laid around for like years, maybe over 10 years. And I just decided to use them. Like before we started, it looked fine. It looked fine, the gloves, you know? I thought it would be fine. These nice padded gloves will be fine. And
no.
like
And
from the second day,
the
yeah,
padding is totally
from
gone.
from the second day, the
Ouch.
padding started to peel off, and gradually, with all the cycling I'm doing, it all came off.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, we only got 10 more minutes. Keep going.
Okay. From Facebook says Yasmin is writing about your trip on her daily homework journal. Nice. Thank you, Yasmin. Hello. I'm glad you're enjoying my talk about this great trip. All right. Let's
Gonna
move
skip
on.
ahead to the next impressive place.
Yeah. So going through like tunnels. This was a cool tunnel we went through.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah. And yeah, we got to Kochi City. Let's see. This is a famous bridge called Hariyamabashi. Hadimaya-bashi. Yeah. Famous bridge in Kochi City. It's very small, but it's one of their good sightseeing spots. And in Kochi, the person who wrote and drew Anpan Man is from Kochi. So you see
Nice.
like these little sculptures of Anpan Man characters and original Kochi Anpan Man characters like
Nice.
Tsunami-kun and the Tsunami Man.
That's so good. Did you
Yeah.
feel a deep affection for Ampaman because you know that was your first word?
Oh, really?
You didn't say mom or dad. You said Ampa, which was Ampaman because you loved Ampaman so much. So
What?
maybe that's why you felt deep affection seeing the Ampaman statue.
Maybe. Yeah, I said my dream was come true because I knew I loved Anpan Man was when I was little, but
You
didn't know my first
loved
word
him.
was Anpan Man.
You loved Ampaman so much.
Yeah. So that was the 130K day. Yeah. And after that, we walked around Kochi City and went to Koko Ichibanya and got the vegan curry.
Nice.
That was good to eat
Thank you,
on
Cocos.
a rainy day. Yeah. And yeah, that day I really had very big lows and some highs. And what I noticed was after 90K, 100K, I just got into this really bad mental space where I remembered or all the bad memories and people I hate just came up into my head, like the people kicking me out of skate spots and some oji-sans being really annoying, just like getting mad at us for using cones that are just everywhere here. And those kinds of bad experiences, the bad vibes, just overtook my brain, and I had to get through it. And I did get through it in the end, but that was crazy to experience. But going through that, I think definitely my mental state or mental strength has improved. And the photos don't really reflect how I was feeling in the super low parts because I really didn't even want to take that many photos when I was in that state. But yeah, it was nice to find or like discover a part of myself where I can be mad and very miserable, and I know how to deal with that now, which was cool.
That's good. It's a good life experience because that, life is full of these frustrating ups and downs. And it's so hard when you're going through it, but hopefully next time it comes up, you kind of have a coping mechanism better, right?
Yep,
That's awesome.
definitely. Yeah, it was an awesome like experience for life as well as physical. It really challenged my mental strength, so that was really cool.
Oh, good.
This
Good for
is
you.
what was it? Imabari-jo,
It's so
Imabari Castle
pretty. Look at that.
that we saw at the first day in Imabari, cycling 60K. Imabari Castle is pretty cool. Nice, cute little castle.
Yeah, it's cute.
Yeah. First day at the campsite, we camped at like a park in the super inaka where everywhere around was fields and there are like houses next door, so we were very quiet, like sneaking around. Just ate, woke up like in 5 in the morning, got out at 6. Yeah. Before anyone noticed we were there.
Try not to disturb anyone.
Yeah. And
Well, it looks like a beautiful sunset. Sunrise?
No,
Sunset?
sunrise. This was a
Nice.
sunrise at the first day camp where we camped. Beautiful sakura at the first half of our trip. Yeah. We went to Ishizuchi Mountain, which is the highest mountain in Shikoku. Yeah, this is the station in front of it. Yeah, my dad really wanted to go up the hill because he loves climbing mountains as well. But yeah, that's another trip for another time.
Another time. Next time.
Yeah. This is back in our first day.
You look really happy.
Yeah. Happy, nice views. Very nice. Stopping by the local rest stops, getting local drinks. 3 minutes left. Okay.
You had a great story. A really nice local lady helped you guys on a rough day.
Yes, on I think it was the 11th day, a local lady pulled over and gave us 2 coffees and a few jakoten, which is a famous thing in Ehime, where the little fish things pounded and made as a cake. But I felt it would be mottainai, it would be like wasteful to just throw it away, and yeah, I didn't really want to like throw away the niceness of the lady, so I ate it. But yeah, that was super nice. The act of it was nice enough.
She did it completely out of kindness, right?
Yes. Yeah. And this was a cool place this is in Kagawa, our second day where we got to. It's a big sand sculpture of an old Japanese coin. And it said that when you look at it, you'll get rich by coming here. Yeah, pretty wild.
And it's just made of sand?
Yeah, just made of sand.
Wild.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And let's see, some other interesting stuff. Third day, woke up, super blue skies, and yeah. Went by a beach where it's famous for these little pools that give these cool reflections. And I did this shrimp pose. Yeah, one of my go-to poses.
Can't go wrong with the shrimp pose.
Yeah, went by a field of flowers. That was cool.
Beautiful views.
Yeah, that's cool. Thank you, Poppy. Let's see. Let's zoom through. Last minute. Another thing that was interesting, that we saw loads of animals at the temples, like rabbits, birds at the temples in Shikoku. I don't know if that's a common thing, but yeah, it was pretty cool.
Like wild animals, you mean? Or statues?
No, like animals in cages, like pets, pretty much.
Wow.
Yeah. And this was cool at Ogishima, which is an island off the coast of Takamatsu. This is the day 5. Yeah, day 5. Day 4 morning. And there's a lighthouse, and it was very cool to camp there. They actually had a fireplace, so we could do an actual fire, which felt very nice. They have cats all around the island, cool artwork, and we found soy ice cream at a tofu shop, at a tofu making place. Soy
That's
ice
cool.
cream,
Yeah.
which was really cool
Was
to
it
find.
good? It's delicious.
Yeah, tasted really good. Yeah. We've gone over an hour, but can I just go through quickly?
Go for it. I don't
All
think
right.
anybody will mind. Keep going.
No.
We'll go a little bit over.
Yeah. So this is the 4th day. Good soy ice cream at the tofu shop. And this day it was very hazy. It was raining. This is
Still
another
pretty though.
miserable
Look at
day.
that. Hmm.
Yeah. Very mystical. Very cool. And this is in Naruto.
They're famous for
Naruto. Tokushima.
whirlpools, right?
Yes. We didn't see any big ones, but saw some little guys. And they have this really cool skyline that you can cycle across. And it was super hazy, super foggy the higher we got. But it was very, very cool to be there. Yeah. Like, which is the favorite one? Yeah, this. Like, it's super foggy. You can barely see, like, a few meters in front of you. And cycling through that on a bridge that's, like, this steep. Like a super big bridge that's super high up. It was pretty crazy to cycle across.
Did you wish you had your skateboard sometimes on this trip?
Yeah, like sometimes, because when I go around as a skateboarder, you see the skate spots at like beaches or very random places, or when you're cycling, you see these banks or ledges or nice places to skate, but you don't have your board. You're like, ah.
You have to
But
come
it was,
back. Come back
yeah,
with your board next time.
yeah, I gotta go back. Yeah, so like this, we went past the Uzu skate park in rain after coming over the skyline of Naruto. Yeah, that was cool. And in
Naruto is
Tokushima,
also, isn't that a famous anime character? Naruto.
yes, it is Naruto, famous anime series. Yeah.
Is that from that area, you think?
No connection, I don't think. It's just same name. And
You got
in
your Dr.
Tokushima,
Pepper.
yeah, Tokushima City, they had this Tex-Mex place where they could do vegan burritos.
Yay.
And they had Dr. Pepper. The guy there was super nice. He was also a cyclist, and I followed their Instagram and mentioned them in my stories. And just today, he congratulated me on the completing the 1000K. So it was nice to meet some people. Yeah, it's always nice to meet people. Like, it's very refreshing. And when you're traveling, you just meet them for a short time. And when they like contact you or find you on social media or something, it makes me really happy.
Yeah,
And
awesome.
this was
It's
really good.
What's the best thing about traveling for me is
Yes.
being able to meet lots of people. I love it.
Yes, Luis. It's awesome.
It's
This is
awesome.
a
Look at that
great
pizza.
vegan pizza.
Hey, looks pretty good.
Using vegan cheese, lots
Nice.
of vegetables. This was really good after a long day of cycling.
No kidding.
And this day, yeah, it was raining, so we went in a hotel. $50 hotel. Pretty good.
For both of you?
Yeah, for both of us. Yeah, that day actually we thought it would be like 2 single beds, but it was just one like big twin size bed. And they were like, "Oh, sorry, but the room you reserved is just like a one bed thing. Is that alright?" And to change to a room with like separate beds, it costs like 2,000 yen more, $20 more. So we just went for the one bed.
You guys are fine.
Yeah.
Sleeping in the same big bed.
Yeah, because we were sleeping in this little tent all the other times. So
That's right.
yeah, it was nice.
It
to have a
felt like
bed.
luxury, I'm sure.
Yes. And the fifth day? Yeah, fifth day in Tokushima Prefecture. We found or in the reception of the hotel, they had a pamphlet and this was included in it. It's a big tanuki sculpture made out of, what was it? Copper?
Stone?
Or some kind of metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's carrying lanterns, is he?
Yeah. Big
Wild.
tanuki sculpture. This place was called Tanuki Park.
I like that shot where you can see up his belly and up his nose. That's great. Look how small your bikes look next to the tanuki.
Yeah, it's super big. It was crazy. Like, why do you build such a big tanuki thing? Like,
I love it.
and in this area, they have like folklore of tanuki, like the tanuki fighting. And in Japanese, next to this, they have the story in the area, like a local tanuki story. And it's written like it's actual history. Like the tanukis have these like proper names that feel like they're Japanese warriors in the Edo times, or yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Was the tanuki one of the warriors with Momotaro?
No,
Maybe. No, he was
Momotaro is a dog, monkey, a bird,
not tanuki.
I
Tanuki
think.
is often like a bad character, isn't it? I don't know. I
Yeah.
need to go back to my children's books.
Sometimes like
Yeah.
tanuki is portrayed as a thief or like a
Like a
cheapskate,
rascal.
but sometimes tanukis are used in like old Japanese stories as well.
They're clever, right?
Yeah. And it was a super nice blue day, blue skies. It felt really nice after a day of rain and fog to have this really nice day.
And the
The
road
next day,
condition was pretty good the whole way round for cycling?
yeah, some places had worse roads than others, but yeah, I would say it's pretty good road condition. Like no
And
super.
drivers were pretty considerate of cyclists, give you guys some space?
Yeah, they gave us some space. I mean, some drivers or some places the roads are pretty narrow, so and there's no sidewalk. So like the big trucks are pretty giddy giddy, pretty nanjaro. They come pretty
Just
close to you.
yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
which
close.
was pretty scary. Like in the tunnel, you're cycling, and then a big truck comes like, and then like this close to it.
That's so scary. That's
Scary.
a beautiful shot right there. So most of
Yeah.
your views were the ocean and the mountains, like you had the ocean on your left as you cycled around?
Yeah. Um.
Gorgeous.
Kind of. Yeah. Next to the ocean, you definitely see the mountains and the ocean, and it was super refreshing to go up into the mountains and just have mountain views, which was very nice. And what was, I think, one of the best things of going around Shikoku on bikes is the change in views. Like every place has very different views, and in those different views, I like Kochi's views the best. But yeah, every place has its own personality and views, and you never get really bored of it. And I think when with cycling, you can actually feel the weather, like feel the wind, feel the temperature, like be one with the environment. But if you drive, you can see the view, but not really feel the view. And if you walk, I think you'll be looking at the same view for a long time. So you get bored of it. But cycling, it was just right for me, I think. The views kept changing, kept being interesting, and that kept me very invested and looking out in the views.
Yeah, great. That's a really good way to describe it. Was it a challenging cycle? Like, was there a lot of hills, or was it fairly flat? Any
There
big
were
climbs?
definitely long climbs. Yeah, they were. Yeah, the first few days there weren't that many climbs. It's pretty gradual start. But from the fifth day, when it gets longer, and from there onwards, from pretty much like the eighth or from the eighth day, there's much more climbing near the end, and there's a lot of up and down because you're mostly going by the river, not riverside, the ocean side. So it's very hilly on the coast, and going up to the mountains and going through rural areas definitely have big hills. And I think the biggest climb we had was a constant 7K hill.
Oh,
Yeah, we had to climb up a pretty gradual hill, maybe 5-6% like hilliness for
grade.
7K.
I think it's called grade.
Yeah, the grade.
5% grade, maybe?
Yeah, yeah, around. But the views make it all worthwhile, which was pretty crazy. Like you cycle so
And
long,
then
but the
coming down
views you
is fun,
see,
right?
yeah, super fun. Yeah. Yeah, but definitely, even though it's hard on your body and physically it's really hard, like the views you see, the people you meet, the stuff you eat really makes it all worth it. Like, oh, it's okay. Yeah, balances it out.
Would you recommend someone trying to go cycle around Shikoku would do it in about 12 days like you did, or take a little bit longer?
It really depends on how active or how willing you are to, or how committed you are to the trip. Because if you go along the course, the first day is 60K, second day is 70K, third day is 80K, and the fourth day is like 90K, and from the fifth day, the longest day is 130K, and from there on, it's mostly 100K days. So if you, if you think you can go along with the course and you're physically, probably we could physically do it in 11 days, but because of the punctures and problems we had along the way, it turned into 12 days. But I think I would say if you're pretty active, regularly doing sports, you'd be able to, and like cycling, you'd be able to do it in 11 days if there are no major problems. But you never know what's going to happen, and probably you get punctures or something might go wrong. Some disasters might happen, so you never know. But on a normal day, normal weather, 11 days is pretty good. But saying that, it did feel a bit rushed.
Yeah.
I think
So
that was
wouldn't
on
it
our.
have been nice to have 2 weeks, 14 days, and then you have a day off twice during the time, like choose 2 days in between somewhere where you just take the day off? Wouldn't that have been nice next time?
Yeah, I think more than taking the day off, having those extra 2 days to cycle less and take in the views more would have been more enjoyable, definitely. But saying that, if you have like a limited time frame and you only have like under 2 weeks of break, you can do this trip, which I think is really nice. You can do a
That is
whole loop of Shikoku
that is
in 11 days, which is
And
pretty.
some people complain that cycling the Shimanami Kaido, which is from Hiroshima to Ehime across the bridges, is not challenging enough. So
Yeah.
maybe if people cycle Hiroshima to Shikoku, and then they can continue around Shikoku, they could have a really great 2 weeks of cycling, right?
Yeah, it's really great. If you're not satisfied with Shimanami, just continue on going around Shikoku. And I thought the road labeling was really good. They have a whole label of blue arrows and
blue lines on
English
the
and
road.
Japanese. Yeah, blue lines and English and Japanese signs on the road for the all around Shikoku loop, which was very helpful. And it makes it a lot easier to do. And yeah, on the website of the loop of Shikoku, they have this route that you can download onto your Google Maps, and they list they have partners, like hotel partners and like cycle bike shops, places you can eat that partner up with them, and you can get benefits, like getting cheaper staying or those kind of stuff. So they have really good infrastructure if you do it officially as well.
Oh, good. And let's talk about price a little bit. You think somebody could do it and camp and cycle and eat 3 meals a day, what, for about 5,000 yen a day, you think, if you were on your own, you could do it?
If you're on your own, yeah. If you camped, if you want to do it cheap, I think camping is the best way. And if you camp, your accommodation is out 5,000 yen a day. Yeah.
Be enough
And
for food,
plus the
right?
ferry fee would be probably 5,000 yen for one person. So apart from that, 5,000 yen a day for food. How much is that over 11 days? 55,000?
55,000, yeah. It adds up a little bit, but it's, it's a pretty cheap trip if you think of it that way,
you
right?
can do it very cheap. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Nice. Should we end it there? Did you have anything else you wanted to talk about?
I think there's
any other highlights you just got to tell people about?
Yeah. Let's see. The 130K day was definitely one of the highlights, even though it's pretty challenging and hard. The punctures. What else?
A bit of bad luck, but it's great timing that you were actually near somewhere with shops.
Yeah, in
you could get
Kochi
fixed,
City.
Right?
Yeah, these were the punctures. And what was
ouch, yuck,
funny but not funny is my dad's bike punctured as well in the same way. Like after we ate and looked at the nice view of Kochi Castle, which I have a photo.
And it's just from pumping it up too much, right?
I think so. And plus at least my tires were pretty used. So that was probably another factor. And it was super hot that day. The sun was shining really hard. And yeah, it was really, really hot that day. So I think that affected it as well. So this is Kochi Castle.
Pretty.
We ate lunch, like this nice lunch. We had some sandwiches. And after that, yeah, my dad's bike went and the wheel broke as well.
And that was really sad because he wasn't sure he could get it fixed. He thought he might have to come back home. And you were going to continue on by yourself, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm glad
that could have been.
Could have been a very different trip.
Yes. On your own from halfway.
Oh, yeah. That would have been hard.
But a good challenge, though.
Yeah. Sometimes when you travel on your own, you end up meeting more people, right? Because people feel sorry for someone traveling on their own. They want to adopt them and take them in. I think you would have had a lot more people giving you food or offering you shelter.
Yeah.
It would have been a very different trip. Oh, look at the weather is beautiful there.
Yeah. Yeah, and also Shimanto River was amazing.
Oh yeah, that's
Shimanto
the famous
river
in Kochi, right?
Famous river in Kochi. And like these views of the coast from the top of hills that you just climb up for a really long time were really nice.
Beautiful.
Like this. And I think it makes the views even more better after you work for it. After you work for like cycling up super steep hills for a long time, it makes the views a lot more worth it, I think. Or even better in a sense.
Yeah, you earned
and
it.
These big logging factories were pretty crazy. Like, it's super big, these piles of wood. Like,
I think they're called lumber yards, perhaps.
A lumber yard.
Maybe.
But yeah, it was crazy to go through the factory. It was on the course.
Oh, wow.
Didn't feel right. Yeah.
Yeah. I hope they put those beautiful trees to good use.
And this was funny. The Susaki. This is Shinjo-kun. One of the
mascots.
The Yuru mascots of Susaki City, which is a place near Shimanto River. Yeah.
Is he a chipmunk?
He's a big one. He's a what is it? Kawauso. Kawauso is
a beaver? Badger? Otter. Yes.
Otter. Yeah. It's Susaki. It's also called the Otter City. The Kawausoshi. Yeah. So they're otters. There's Chitan, which is the most famous. Chitan. Like on Twitter, on social media, she does a lot of crazy stuff. And this is Shinjo-kun, the other one.
Shinjo-kun is the nice one, right?
Yeah. And there's this Lawson, which Shinjo-kun is on, has loads of Shinjo-kun and Chitan decoration on the walls of this Lawson convenience store.
So cute.
Yeah, kawaii, right?
What would Japan be without the yurukara, the mascots for each area? It adds so much cuteness around Japan. I love it. Does he have noodles for his hair? Is it noodles?
It's the sara udon, I think.
Nice.
It's the udon. This is in the toilet. The bathroom wall.
Oh man.
The mirror. He's everywhere.
They went to town.
Yeah.
Oh, cute.
The Shinjo-kun Lawson. That was funny. And yeah, this was the view from the 7-kilometer climb we did.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Really amazing.
That is beautiful.
Right?
Is this in Kochi?
Yeah, this is Kochi. This is near Shimanto River in Shinjo.
Beautiful.
Yeah, really good. Yeah, this is the riverside we stayed at. This is the Shimanto River.
Beautiful.
And this area is for these bridges. They're called the Chinkabashi. The bridges that are really close to the bottom of the really low bridges. And they don't have any like handles or like fences on the side of it, which makes it look cool, but I think a lot of people fall off them. The people who like rent bikes and go around, they're falling off the these bridges.
So a little bit dangerous, but looks nice.
Yeah.
Just be careful.
Yeah. Yeah. But in the morning, this place is also called the City of Fog.
Wow, look
This
at all the
is what it
fog.
looked like in the morning. So we were like, we thought we were in for another rainy, miserable, foggy day, because in the morning it looked like this, and the second we looked out of the tent, everything's wet, super foggy. We're like, oh no. And these little like towers of rock in the fog were really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Louise, you can see, right? Yeah. Very foggy. Yeah, this is the bridge. Right. It's very cool though. I like the foggy views. It's like, it's kind of miserable, but it's very mysterious.
I think
And
that's
gives
your
the place.
that's your half English side coming out.
What, mysterious?
Like Sherlock Holmes. You love the fog. It's from your English side.
Ah, そういうこと? Maybe. Yeah. It might be in my blood.
we don't have fog in Hawaii where I grew up.
No.
Well, we do, but well, it's really pretty though.
Yeah, like the sun in the morning peeking through the fog.
Yeah.
And as the sun came up, as it became warmer, the fog started to fade, go away. And this is the morning.
Oh wow, pretty.
After like an hour.
Ooh, beautiful.
The fog went away. Beautiful morning.
Did you see anybody
and we met
on the river? Like on SUP or canoes or anything?
No. Nobody does that up there.
Really?
They do it in more central areas, but here it's really rural. Just oba-chan's, oji-chan's, farms. Yeah. But I think, yeah, they do supping on the Shimanto River. Yeah. But I didn't see anyone here. And here on this morning, an oba-chan came up to us, old lady, nice old lady, talked to us, and she took our garbage and was like, if you would just knocked or let me know, I could have just like gave you a place to stay. It must have been super cold down on this river. We're not cold. Yeah, a bit cold. Yappari ne. Yeah, I thought so. Like, she was super nice.
Cute.
Very cute oba-chan.
So nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the local people you met were really nice and kind.
Very nice.
Helpful.
Yeah. Accommodating. Yeah. And the views on this day, it was just like mostly downhill along the Shimanto River in the mountains of Kochi. Very beautiful with all the greenery and the farms. And
then after Kochi, it's a long cycles to head back to Matsuyama, right?
Yeah, it wasn't really interesting. Back up Ehime. It's pretty, but not as pretty as Kochi. So I was surprised. Like, I thought, like, when you're in Kochi, you get used to it, and that becomes normal, cycling through these amazing views. But once you're out of Kochi and in Ehime, you really realize, how special the views of Kochi were. Yeah. And this is a windmill made out of stone.
Stone windmill. That's wild. Does it move?
Yeah, it moves allegedly, but they had a smaller one that was actually moving. This little one.
Wow.
I think it's just like a art piece, but very cool.
Very
and
cool.
cool like paths. Can we do this video?
Does the video work?
I don't know. Take time. But like these little green tunnels were very cool.
Lots
like
of trees.
These paths, went around the tunnels, like extra courses, but I was glad we did it.
A bit extra.
But just amazing views from the bridges.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Looks like a really special part of Japan that you've seen.
Yeah. And they use like the fishing buoys and make like these remade Anpanman or little characters.
Upcycling. Yay!
Yeah, upcycling. Amazing views.
Oh wow, beautiful.
Yeah. That was a great day. And getting to a campsite in Kochi. Another good day. Very blue skies.
Some beautiful sunset shots. Was that from that one? Oh wow, look at that beach. Gorgeous.
Yeah. This is surfing beach, Oki Beach. Pretty famous in the surfers. And yeah, it was super cool beach. The sunset shots
also looks clean. Did you think the beaches were really clean? Because you do beach cleanup with me. Yeah. We don't usually see such clean beaches.
Yeah, the popular beaches were really clean. But just on the coast, there was quite a lot of garbage. A lot of plastic, styrofoam, the usual stuff. But yeah.
Good.
It was cool seeing the sunrises as well. Because as it gets lighter, you kind of naturally wake up as you go on. And the sunrises were pretty special.
Nice.
Another day in Kochi. And in Ashizuri was really amazing. Ashizuri is the southernmost point of Kochi.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
On the other side, other point is Ashizuri. Yeah, on the bottom. So we've gone all the way across the arch of Kochi. Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Should we leave
Very
it
nice.
there?
Yeah, I think so.
It's been 90 minutes. Have we done it? Have we covered the loop, the good stuff?
Wait.
Not quite done.
There's too much. There's so much to see in Shikoku. Like, it's crazy.
Well, that's good, though.
So much.
You have to go back.
Yeah. There's another thing, I think. Good castles, very nice views, nice mikan coming back.
Did you have any of the roadside, the honesty shops where you can buy some fruit and leave the coins in the box? Nice.
Yeah. In Ehime, they farm a lot of mikan, right? The citrus. And this tasted so good. And usually these kinds of ponkan, mikan, they cost like 500 yen, $5 for 2 of them. But here, for this whole bag, it was just 400 yen.
What? That's good value.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And yeah, I want to end on this.
Okay.
Yeah, roadside mannequins. Like, mannequins. Like, I thought they were people for a second when I went by. They're just holding these, like, 交通安全, the traffic what is it called,
Safety.
Sanzu? Like
Traffic safety.
traffic safety signs, and they look pretty crazy.
They look like
Like all
people.
dressed up. Yeah.
Yeah, they have real faces.
They
Maybe
look pretty
they cheer
scary.
you up. There's not many people around, so they kind of cheer you up, right?
Maybe. Yeah.
Oh
It's
man,
pretty
they
crazy.
really look like people. Yeah. Whoa. That's a mannequin face?
Yeah. They look real, right?
Yeah.
But close up.
Wow. You got really close. You're not scared?
Yeah. No. I got kind of scared, but I got close. Like, whoa. Close. Yeah. Yeah, some amazing views. Let's end on this one. This is the station, a famous station in Ehime that's very famous and popular. If it's good weather, it looks amazing, but even in cloudy weather, it was pretty good. Like,
What station
it's
for cyclists, you mean?
no, an actual train station.
Oh,
Like
nice.
on the other side, this is the station, benches, and below here you can't see it, but it has the train tracks. That's kind of the point, that it feels like the tracks in, or a train stop in like a Ghibli movie, like maybe Spirited Away. Yeah, where there's the train tracks that goes along the ocean. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Nice.
All right. Oh yeah, before we end, we had a crazy ending to this trip. So we decided to go to the what is the kencho in English?
The prefectural office.
Yes, we went to the prefectural office because they have the ending signs. The says 1,000 kilometers goal, Shikoku Ishu, all around Japan trip complete. But there are these like big film crews and like official looking people all around. Like, this is a good one. Wait. Probably. Yeah. So you have the signs here saying like, and a lot of people come here to get their starting photo for the 0 kilometers and the 1000K. And so we decided to take our photo here and end it. And the film crew was there to like catch a famous like pro golf player and like not award but like congratulate him for winning something. So there are these construction working looking people doing the sign, and very like rushed and energetic environment, and pretty like tense, and there's loads of cameras, and in that we just come up with our bikes and be like, oh, sumimasen. 四国一周完走したんですけど, and the security guard like checks with like the director of the cameras and be like, 今なら OK ですよ. And then they said, like very rushed, we go over in front of the Kencho, the city office, and they set up the signs for us very quickly. And they took the photo for us, and yeah.
And then they had to dismantle before the pro golfer comes in. That's awesome.
Yeah. It felt much more of a cooler and nicer ending than it would have been, I think. Yeah.
Do you have a photo of you and Daddy at the 1,000 mark? Maybe we can
Yeah.
end with that. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did it. Yeah. Good job. What an accomplishment. Great job.
Yes.
You happy you did it? Yeah?
Yes. Very happy I did it. And I just wanted to keep going after the trip. Didn't want to stop.
Well, your next challenge from June is going all around Japan for 6 months. So hopefully while you're going, you can do some live streaming now that you're on Haps and give us updates along the way. That'd be awesome.
Of course. And everyone who is watching right now, check out my Instagram, because this trip, every day I did these, like, on Instagram you can post 10 photos a day. So I posted the highlights of each day, and there's many photos that I couldn't show in this live stream that are on there. And I did a everyday diary or documentation of how I felt on each day. So it might be very interesting for you who watch this stream to look at that my feed and see like what I was feeling then, because I can't really say everything. So I think that will be interesting for you guys. And also, I'll probably be mainly updating my progress of my all around Japan and other trips on Instagram mainly. So definitely probably try live streaming here as well. But yeah, check it out, everyone, if you're interested.
Yeah, and welcome to Haps. It's nice to have you here too.
Yes. Yeah, I might try doing some regular shows or something. It's pretty good.
That'd be great. Why don't you take Haps on the road and skateboarding? Do some skateboarding on Haps. That'd be fun. I haven't seen any skateboarders yet.
Yeah, that might be cool.
Yeah. Well, thanks everyone for joining. It's great to see loads of people supporting Felix here, and hopefully we'll see more. Thanks for taking us around Shikoku, Felix. That was awesome.
Of course, anytime. We have to do it again after I go all around Japan.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Well, if you're gone 6 months, I'm going to miss you so much. We'll have to do loads of these lives so I can get updates.
Oh yeah, we can like connect while I'm on the road, right?
I can ask you questions about what you're doing and seeing. That'd be fun.
Yeah. You can do it from your phone, can't you?
Yeah, of course you can.
Right? All right.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
That'd be wonderful. All right. Tomorrow morning I have another live at 9 a.m. So we better sign off so I can get some sleep.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Thanks for coming. See ya.
Bye, guys. Have a great day.
Bye.
Do you know how to end it?
Yeah. End broadcast.